what's up? Today we're gonna unbox something which I have been waiting for a while now. It's the 16-inch MacBook Pro. I believe it's an i9. I know I'm late at this party, but I'm here at the party. So let's go ahead. I want to unbox. I want to see what's in this. This is one of those products by Apple that I have been waiting for a while. So let's go ahead, jump into this and see what's up. Subscribe to my channel. It's a brand new channel. This is just growing right now, so it will be a huge help if you can go ahead and click on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and let's start the video. Because the last time when I used this on the iPad, a lot of people told me that I don't have to use this, and I actually realized it while I was editing the video that Apple provides this tiny little thing right here. Pull this out. It should be fairly easy to unbox this on itself. So let's go ahead and start this. Okay, convenient. However, I guess I will have to tear it down. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Oh. Wow. Is that supposed to smell like this? That's a weird smell. It's not bad. It's not good. It's there. Well, there is no new feeling in this. This is just like the old one. But let's get this aside for now. Once again, let's see the goodies it comes with. So, the usual Apple manual, and oh, we do have a sticker this time, something we didn't have in the iPad. Okay, neat. I have no idea why I always look for stickers. I have never once used my sticker. Maybe I used it once in one of the laptops. I might still have, but kind of bulky, but I'm not complaining once again. This is something I have had in the past as well, but this is so brilliant that just that one iPhone is the only reason I have to carry a goddamn new charger. Apple, please change the iPhone charger. Shall we? As soon as I opened the laptop, it started to do its thing.
To use English as the main language, press the return key.
Well, when they said that there's actually not gonna be a whole lot of difference in the 15-inch and the 16-inch Mac, I didn't know they were this serious about it. Like, it's insane. Two days of intensively working on this thing has left me with so much information that I simply couldn't put it in my script. So from this point onwards, this video is completely scriptless. I'm just going to speak what impressed me, what I could have thought Apple could have added, and to give you an overall idea and a comparison of this computer versus the past 4 years old computer Apple released in 2016. This one is i9, 9th generation Intel Core processor. It has a 16 GB of DDR4 RAM, and it's a 16-inch True Color Retina display MacBook Pro, and it roughly costed me about $2,700 and I bought it in a student discount. I'm a student. If someone came to me and asked me to review this thing in just one line, I most probably would say that this is an everyman and woman computer. it can get everything done. I mean, it is an i9 processor. So this is basically kind of the state of the art the world has right now to offer. It has a 16 GB of DDR4 memory. So basically, you will never have that issue where you are stuck doing one thing and it's gonna take a long time. But all of it is there to a limit. Now you can do gaming in this thing, but you cannot do a hardcore gaming in this thing. You can edit videos in this thing, but you can't make movies in this thing. You can make softwares in this thing, but you cannot have a whole software company into this thing. So basically this is for everyone out there who's doing their work on just one machine and aren't relying on a whole setup basically. I mean, I wouldn't compare this machine say to an Alienware or say to a Mac Pro. And honestly, this machine isn't designed exactly for those people. This machine does everything it is supposed to do. It gives you a perfect opportunity to perform all kind of actions in this thing, all kind of runs of all kind of software in this thing, and that is basically the target of this machine. 80% of computer users around this world can make this machine their own and be happy with it. This machine will never let them down. MacBook Pro 2019 16-inch is designed for them. Now, I haven't used the new M1 Mac yet, so I can't go ahead and say this machine will overcome that machine or that machine will overcome this machine. I'm just reviewing this machine at this point. I'm not comparing it with the M1 yet. There's an old saying that a little and a little makes the whole ocean. If we look back just 4 years, we can see the evolution these MacBook Pros have been going in the past. How efficient the machines for this generation has been. Just look back 3 years from when this machine was originally launched, 2019. So in order to do that, I will be comparing two machines right now. The 2016 15-inch MacBook Pro and the 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro. So right now what's going to follow is a small montage which is going to give you a basic idea of what the early machine was and what the new machine is. It is just 40 seconds long. Look into it and we'll be right here. And now for 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro. We must understand that the 2016 machine we are looking at right now is currently 5 years old. Now obviously the new MacBook Pro has a lot of new components in it, has a lot of new features in it, so it wouldn't be wise to basically compare both these machines in software and system configurations. But I want to basically focus on the overall feel and the hardware of the machine. They might look exactly the same, but trust me when I tell you there's a ton of differences in both these machines. Now let's talk about the butterfly keyboard. Oh my goodness, the times I have wasted on that keyboard. That keyboard is basically something I would have nightmares of. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people did have any issues with it. They didn't like it particularly, but they didn't have any typing issues or anything on that computer. The third day I got it, and the third day I started to have weird issues on that keyboard. For example, I believe the first right key which started malfunctioning was the A key. I was having this weird issue where I had to tap it like 7 times in order to type 1A. And later on it changed to, oh, I tried 1.8 and it would write 7.8 or something like that. All in all, the keyboard went nuts after a while. I didn't took Apple Care. It costs a lot of money. And ever since then, I couldn't get my keyboard running fine, ever. And I have used that thing for 5 damn years. A lot of people hate the touch bar. But let me tell you, the touch bar is the reason why I could use that machine for 5 years. I would just write the first 3 or 4 letters of any big alphabet and would just click on the suggestion that the touch board would give me. And that is how I used to write essays and everything while I was away and couldn't have other machines with me. Because I didn't want to take my Alienware everywhere I wanted to go. Now I'm very happy that they have changed the keyboard, but even in the new one, for some reason the caps lock key, I don't know if it's an issue or it's supposed to be like this, but the caps lock key requires some really hard press in order to work, and I don't know how it's going to go from here. I know this is a weird thing that we are talking about keyboards in the new tech laptop, but it is a reality. Let's talk about the battery life of this. The battery of this thing is really decent. I was actually surprised when I was using this thing, and my god, I mean, I didn't expect this good battery life from a 16-inch Apple laptop, but I did get it. I have more than 14 hours of consumption of the laptop I'm using every day, and it didn't let me down. Once again, I'm not saying this is one of those computers you can take for days without charging, but for an every man and woman laptop, it works great. The total weight of this MacBook Pro is 4.3 pounds, which is perfect, I believe, for anyone who wants to carry a laptop with them but don't want to have a heavy carriage. And the charger is 100 volt, about 100 volt, 98 if I'm not wrong, which is perfect because that is the maximum amount of battery you're allowed to take on a flight, and that's pretty decent. It doesn't feel heavy when you're carrying it. It gets the work done anywhere you go. It's a 16-inch model. There's a 13-inch model as well. If you chose 16-inch model, I think it is okay with you to just carry it anywhere. You wouldn't have to worry about kind of the bigger size. Now there's one thing in this Mac which I love, but I'm scared that in future we might not have it, and that is the 4 Thunderbolt-C ports this laptop provides. Because if you see in the new M1, for some reason, I don't know why, but Apple only gave 2 Thunderbolt-C ports, and I don't know why, because I have seen there are docks out there which require 2 ports. So how do I use the charger or anything else I have just sitting aside? And I don't know, it's confusing. Why would Apple do something like that? But anyway, this is Apple. This is how it works. Another thing which I would particularly see the difference between the old 2016 MacBook Pro versus the 2019 MacBook Pro is that the escape key and the fingerprint scanner are basically different from the touch bar. No longer the part of the touch bar that they used to be back in 2016, which is decent. I never had any problem with touch bar. As I said, it is basically one of those things which pretty much saved me from dying of the butterfly keyboard. But a lot of people have this issue where their touch bar would just freeze for some reason, and that would not allow them to use the escape key, the fingerprint scanner in some cases. One more small but very visible difference in both those keyboards is that the butterfly keyboard had the left and right arrow key as the square chunk of blocks, but the new scissor keyboard does not have that anymore. It's actually dimensionally kind of the same as the up and down arrow key, which is again decent. Something I didn't have to worry about because my keyboard never worked anyways. But a lot of people had some issue with it, and I guess Apple did listen and turn things around. Oh, and the microphone. I was about to end this video without talking about the brilliant microphone this thing provides. So lately I've been working on my desk setup. That's my upcoming video in a week or two. You guys will see it. That is basically a kind of the video where I'm more using my microphone than my normal video setup. And that thing provides a kind of a microphone which honestly beats all hundreds of dollars of the studio quality microphones. Brilliant. It's just, there are some things that Apple does and they just knocks it out of the park. I'm not gonna lie, in the late 2010s, Apple had started to disappoint a little, especially in 2016, 17, 18 with their phones, with their Macs. Nothing new with the iPad and all. But then, boom, there you go, 2019. I think it's 3 years Apple have been working really hard to bring something really good in 2019 and just slip by the 2017 and 18 kind of, if I say. And that's basically about it. What can I say? This computer, this machine, it's amazing. It gets everything done. It's basically, as I said, for everyone out there. It is something which has a little bit of everything, and what it does a pretty good job at that. And that's about it. I would give this computer a 9.8 out of 10. The only reason I'm skipping the 0.2 is because of the fan sound. It's still loud. Listen to this. So comment down below. What do you guys think about this MacBook Pro? Is it brilliant or not that much for you? Consider subscribing to this video. It takes a lot of work. It would be really helpful if you guys can subscribe. Like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.